Guys, what's up? It's Chad with Living the Van Life up here in Washington. It's October 31st, 2013. Today at work in the edit studio, we cut out early so we didn't take a lunch. I figured I'd take this opportunity to come over here to the community food co-op and grab some food and cook it up in the van here, make a little cooking video for you guys. I like to shop here at the community food co-op. These guys are really health conscious. For anybody really wanting to go after the organic foods, gluten-free, dairy-free, all the healthy options these guys really go after. It's a lot of locally grown food. It's a little bit more on the pricey side, but the way I look at it is, hey, you either pay the doctor or you pay the farmer. So I'm not going too crazy today. I just want to grab some eggs and some stuff. I've got that Spam left over. Here I talk about being healthy, and then I'm going to cook up some Spam. But I opened that last night, and I've got it left over. So I want to cook that up and try out some of the suggestions that you guys made with cooking it up with some eggs and some other ingredients and whatnot. So I'm going to run into this store here and grab some of that food, and then I'm going to cook it up for you guys. So I just pulled into a parking lot not far from the food co-op where I just went and bought a few things for lunch. I pulled into a parking lot of an old grocery store that just closed down, so it's just a wide open parking lot, empty, not a lot of activity. So I pulled in here, I popped my top on the Westfalia, and I'm actually standing up inside my van. I can reach up, got lots of space. Makes it easy for cooking inside the van again, and since I'm not really worried about doing anything stealth wise right now, I just went ahead and popped it and just gonna enjoy myself here cooking. So I got some stuff that from the grocery store here, and I'm gonna start cooking up, cutting up stuff and preparing a meal here. So I'm gonna cook on the stovetop that's here inside the Westfalia. The stovetop also doubles as a shelf, so just clearing off a few things here that I usually store up on top. Pop this up here. We got the stovetop here. The nice thing is this is the table that normally goes back over the back cabinets. I've got it in the forward position now. I can swing that over out of the way. And then I've got some counter space, some stove space, all that good stuff. The other day when I did my full-time clean out, I moved my skillet and pots and pans to underneath this cabinet. It's a good spot for them. Today I'm going to cook using the skillet. I need some salt and pepper. So what I want to cook up today is I've got the leftover Spam from yesterday's little midnight snack that I had. Now I know I just went to the health food store to get health food. I don't eat Spam on a regular basis, for those of you that are concerned about my health. It was something that I had in the cabinet last night. I don't believe in wasting it, so I'm going to go ahead and use up the rest of it. I know there's more healthy things that are out there, but I'm just going to go ahead and make do with what I've got and use some Spam. Also at the store, I got an onion, I got a potato, I got some mushrooms, which I'm going to go ahead and leave in the bag, and I got some fresh garlic, and I'm going to go ahead and prepare this as per some of your guys' suggestion of frying up this Spam, and I figured I'd go ahead and fry it up with some other vegetables. The other thing that I got while I was there was some organic eggs, and I'll cook up an egg or two in that same deal. I'm going to start slicing up some onions here. I'm going to go ahead and do half an onion here today for my little meal. I'm going to go ahead and rinse these vegetables off with a little bit of bottled water. I don't have any other water on board at the moment. Just going to pull this stuff that I keep in my sink here. Use my sink for some drainage. The sink just drains out the bottom of the van. I don't actually have a black water or a gray water tank on board on the van again. So whatever water or fluids go down the sink just drain out the bottom of the van. Since I'm just using water, I'm not too concerned about that. I'm going to do half a potato for today's meal. I'm just going to chunk it up into small pieces. I'm just going to chop these up into some smaller pieces. Nothing too crazy on the chopping. Alright, I've got my veggies all chopped up here. I'm going to go ahead and get my skillet started. Get that warming up, get that nice and hot. Now for cooking oil today, I've got some coconut oil for cooking, frying up the veggies there. Cooking with the coconut oil gives it a nice little coconut flavor. And since some people were talking about Spam being very popular in Hawaii, I figured, what the heck, let's go with some coconut oil. Make it very Hawaiian. And I'm not going off any recipe, guys. I'm just making this up as I go. So what the heck, why not, I suppose. Just going to put a chunk of this coconut oil here in the pan. Alright, the heat's on in the skillet. Coconut oil is melting down. I'm going to go ahead and start with my potatoes first off, since those usually take a little bit longer to cook. Now guys, I'm not laying claim to be any expert on cooking. I'm just totally winging this. I'm by far no professional cook. So don't judge me if I'm not cooking your style. It's all good. It's all about having fun, being creative. That's all I'm doing here. I basically just went off of what sounded good as I was walking through the grocery store. Hopefully it comes together the way I'm hoping. Should be good though. Can't really go wrong with these ingredients, I suppose. Alright guys, so the potatoes have been cooking here for a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and scoop in my onions here. Get the garlic going in there. I'm going to wait on the mushrooms because those won't take as long. Okay, so now I've added my Spam. I just cut it into thin little cubes, as you can see here, and so it's frying up with my onions, my potatoes, and my garlic. And I'm just going to let that simmer so that the Spam turns brown, the potatoes continue to cook, and those onions saute up nicely. Like I said, guys, I'm no expert on cooking. I'm just winging this thing, so forgive me if it doesn't turn out good. I'll let you know how tasty it is, though. Okay, now that I've let my Spam, my potatoes, my onions, and my garlic kind of saute up a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and add in my mushrooms. Now my goal with this is to go ahead and crack a couple eggs over the top of it and let it cook in with all this. That's my goal. I don't know how that's going to turn out. This is all an experiment. Here go the eggs. Like I said, just cracking it in over the top of them. Just like so. Disposing of my eggshells properly. I'm going to go ahead and stir those in there. Okay, guys. I don't know if it looks like much, but I tell you what, it smells good. And I'm sure it's going to be pretty tasty. I'm going to go ahead and serve myself up some. And there you have it, folks. A nice steaming plate of eggs, onions, potatoes, some Spam. Wonderful. Very good. Like I said, it might not look like much. It's tasty though. I love the Spam in it. So I just served myself the second plate full of the meal that I just cooked. And I wanted to run over the ingredients that I used. All these ingredients were purchased from the food co-op, which, like I said, were really health conscious. They're all locally grown and organic. So I've got onions. I used half of an onion, half of a red potato. I used 1 clove of garlic, 4 or 5 mushrooms, and half a thing of Spam. And there's definitely enough here for 2 people. So, note to self on that. I'm just eating the rest of it because it's so tasty. I did not add any salt to this. I know the Spam is already high in sodium. But I didn't add any salt to this. And quite frankly, it doesn't need it at all. It's very tasty. I also used the coconut oil for cooking oil in the bottom of the skillet. And that adds amazing flavor. One might think, well, that's weird that the coconut oil, somebody might think that it's weird having coconut oil and they're making it taste coconutty. But I don't really taste an actual coconut taste. It just adds amazing flavor to everything that was cooked inside that skillet. Like I said, what you're looking at here doesn't look like much. Boy, it's tasty. I'll definitely be cooking more of this. I would probably find an alternative to the meat, because I know how unhealthy the Spam is. I wouldn't want to eat it all the time. But this particular meal, I'd eat it quite a bit. But so far, so good. I'm digging it. I'm going to keep munching away, guys. I'm going to enjoy my breakfast for lunch here about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I guess it's almost dinner, but whatever. Alright, guys. Hope you enjoyed my experimental cooking show. And now I'm talking with my mouth full. But everybody, peace out. Keep on trucking. Go cook yourself up a meal in your van, your bus, your car, your truck, whatever it is you're living in. Cook it up. It's fun. Take care.